Okay, tonight, hopefully you've got some of your sunflower petals done. It may take you more than a day, depending on how long you stitch for, but I wanted to show you how to do the accents. And it's almost, when you do the little accents inside the sunflower, it's almost as though you're painting, because it really makes your sunflower come to life. Now, I'm going to use an obnoxiously different color to show you, because that way it will be really obvious where the accents are. So for the accents, I'm just going to come in from the back. These are still a satin stitch. And I'm just going to pick the places that I think they should be, and I put it over the top. So I'm just making long stitches just right on top of the satin stitch I've already done. So you can do as many or as few as you like. I know I definitely added some extras in on mine because I really wanted to get the feel. I wanted to get the extra feel in here. So instead of just doing the 3 on each flower, I did more. I did the little teeny tiny ones right there. So you're just gonna bring your thread up just like there's no stitching there at all. You do want to be careful and not get it super knotted up in the back, because that can be a little more challenging when you've got thread you're working on top of. But that's all there is to it. To do a lazy daisy, which is kind of like doing a chain stitch, but you only do one of the pieces at a time, you're going to bring your thread up through the bottom. So you go from behind, go through, and then put the needle right back in the same hole. Then you will pull down. I usually, when I was first starting, I would leave about this much above, because you need to leave open space since you're going to pull back through. So then you go to the top of the flower, or petal, I suppose, and just pull gently till you're pleased with the size. You can make it bulkier or smaller. And then you want to put your thread back as close as you can to the hole that you came out of on the top. So you're basically on both the bottom and the top trying to use the same spot in your fabric. So again, you bring your thread up, then go back down through the same hole. You leave some slack. Then you're going to do the same thing at the top. Leave some slack, go back down through the same hole. And it's really a pretty simple stitch. If you do decide that you feel like it needs less or more, say you get to here and you realize, oh, I took too much off, then just pull it back through. Because since you use the same hole, you're not going to have trouble with that. So that is the Lazy Daisy. And it's a fun little stitch that is great for flowers and just different little accents in your stitching. to do the stem stitch, you're going to begin as though you're doing just a regular stitch, but you're going to make the bigger stitch and then leave a little excess. And halfway between the two stitches, you're going to bring your needle up again. Then you'll pull, and it makes a pretty cool stem pattern. So now you're going to just use the same hole that you brought the thread down through before. So after you get it started, you're just using the same thread again. Or the same hole, sorry. The same hole. So you just keep going. I like to just have my thumb on the top to catch the thread, so I remind myself not to pull it all the way through. And as you can see, it makes a really nice little stem. It almost looks like a vine or something when it's done. So you just keep going, and that is a stem stitch. I'll do a couple more here. Just again, hold the top, come back up through the same hole, and then you go just a little bit further each time. So that is the stem stitch. Then when you're done, I just make a straight stitch at the end. So that's how I would finish.